Our next extract is Go to the Ants by Grant Allen. Here the author tries to explain us the concepts involved of various ants and the studies involved in why ants carry honey. So let's have a look at the summary. Honey ants. Now in the first extract, the author is trying to explain the honey ants. These are the ants also known as the garden of gods. These are the most hard-working and the most precious kinds of ants who dwell and store a lot of honey in their bodies, which eventually is being used by humans only. In Mexico, honey ants are treated as the red meat. People generally tear off the honey ant's pouch wherein a lot of honey is involved, have it and mercilessly throw away the body. People for cruelty against animals have also taken various steps to secure lives of honey ants, but it is still on an outrage. Colorado honey ants. These are the most crippled kinds of ants which actually grow in places where we have grubs, and these ants actually cremate their mates by slashing off their bodies and their heads against each other and carry them in prized possessions. Why do the ants store honey? Ants actually store honey for their own purposes, as to utilize that energy when they do not get food or in times of floods or hibernation. But eventually this honey is being used by humans only. Harvesting ants. Harvesting ants are the most hardworking ants, as a single crop or a piece of barley is being carried out by 7 or 8 ants in a procession from one place to another for them to survive. Harvesting ants not just help you harvest the farmers in the seasons, but also help in autumn cropping as well. Agriculture ants. Now these are the most voracious, most deadliest and the most important ants available on the globe. These ants help us grow the various agricultural fields and help in growing orange, tea, coffee and barley. These ants not just help cripple from one place to another, but build cocoons around the crops that help or create a scenario wherein the other insects cannot come and attack the crop. This helps the farmers a lot in building these agricultural ants. These ants are also found in tropical regions, and these ants are voracious in such an extent that if they bite a person dwells a certain type of swelling near the legs. It can also be fatal because these ants carry actually a lot amount of venom in them. These ants roam about from one place to another in huge troops and attack insects like lizards and snakes, which are directly attacked in the eyes by these ants. Moving on to West African ants. The most slumberous and laziest set of ants found on earth are the West African ants. They are grown in size, but they move from one place to another in prized possessions, and the most laziest ant on the globe is found to be the West African ant. This was all as an explanation of different kinds of ants and why do the ants store honey by Grant Allen. Thanks a lot and all the very best for your exams.